Greetings and welcome to our live mediumship demonstration here on the Medium channel, and welcome. And you're watching this as a video, don't go anywhere. Your loved ones can still come through. They know you're going to be here. And I'll timestamp when we start the actual readings. You don't have to sit through the introductions. And if you're here live, well, you will sit through the introduction. But that helps to have us have a very smooth session. So I'm going to start out just by saying some hellos as people get their notifications to come on, which means I'm going to be putting my glasses on so I can see my screen. And who do we have? Hi, Jennifer, GR, and Anna, and Bonnie, Owen, and MT, and Robin, and Anna again, Suzette, and Doreen of Children's School of Yoga. Welcome, Judy, Lisa, Robin, again, Kathy, Jody, and Michael's, and so people are still, hi Sarah, welcome. And yeah, if you guys hit the like button, that would be awesome. If you guys are new and you want to say where in the world you're from, feel free. Oops, it's not the one I meant to do. This is the one I meant to do, from Staten Island, from the Isle of Staten. Very good. All right, hi Chris, hi Ava. All right, so people come and go. We stay on for an hour and we do our readings for an hour. I've got some really exciting announcements too, some exciting developments, and I'll mention that a little bit later on. And once we get going, I'll take a little bit of a break. And let's see what else. Hi Pauline, hi Donna, hi Leanne. Phoenix, Arizona. Wow, nice. Been a while since I've been out to Arizona, that's for sure. I'm overdue. Miss Sedona and those areas. So I have my water, I've got my tea. I've said my hellos. We've been on, let's see, 2 minutes, and so far I think more people are coming on. But what else is going on? So crazy times, and this is the time to really open our hearts and to receive guidance, not just from our loved ones on the other side, but from our guides and angels. And by the way, we're all mediums. We can all learn how to do this. It's a natural human ability. Those on the other side, those that pass on, they don't really go anywhere. They go into a different dimensional frequency that we can't perceive with our physical senses, which is why we can have encounters, and why so many people have seen ghosts or have had encounters like that, or have had these vivid dreams, or seen or felt their loved ones on the other side. So they're really here to support us in our awakening, in our development here on planet Earth, as we're undergoing a huge and massive awakening now. Good evening, Mr. Floyd, and Laura B, and Angela, and anybody else that I missed that popped on late. About 10 new people just popped in. And Pauline's talking about Sunday to Wednesday plating portal open. I'm not surprised by that. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. And by the way, today's upload, it went out an hour and a half ago. Fresh off the press is about it's about the increase of UFOs and what that means to us, and the increase of contacts, and how we can take advantage of that in order to ascend in our lives, as well as to help humanity to ascend. So we're here for mediumship. I'm going to go over a few of the ground rules, and then we're going to dive right on in. So firstly, there's only one rule. Hi, Bella. There's only one rule. Anybody that passed on can come through. So anybody that died can come through in a mediumship session. This is a demonstration of evidential mediumship. What that means is that we like evidence. We like specific information. In fact, I insist that they give me specific information so that I know who I'm with. Right now, there's only 33. Well, I like the number 33. We average about 60 live or so. I mean, it's not a huge group, but it's enough people. If I just say, well, I've got the name George, and he loves you very much, and he had some heart issues, I'm going to have like 15 people like hammering me on the comments saying, I know who that is. I know who that is. So we want to get more specific evidential information. Now, the chat is the only way that you can communicate. And as a medium, this really stretches me, because I have to be in my sensing mind, right, in my intuitive mind, to pick up on their subtle frequencies and communication. But I also have to be in my left hemisphere, right, the rational and the part of my brain that deals with language and constructs in order to be able to communicate, to be able to see the chat, to respond to you while staying in that sensing part of my mind. So I feel like doing these has really given me, it's really helped my mediumship, honestly. And that's something I just like to give back to the community. And also, it's good for, public relations and to bring new people aboard on this community. But I really like to do this just as a thank you for being part of the Medium channel and part of this community. Then the best is yet to come. And April 11th, we hit 10,000 subscribers here. So that's the first 10,000. We did a contest about a month before that happened, and we got two winners. The person that guessed the date that we hit 10,000 wins a free half-hour reading. So if Colleen Pecorino, who's usually on live, is on, and the other one is Star Love. And I have this written down, but those of you that guessed April 11th were there. So we had a good month, and it continues to go. So, anyways, back to the ground rules. Anybody that died can come through. I'll get names, initials, dates. You'll get evidential stuff. I mean, the bottom line is mediumship is an art and a practice to validate the continuity of life, to demonstrate that nobody really died. We just transcend the body and we exist in a higher or a different frequency. And they want to help us understand that, because life and death are two parts of the same whole. We are, because we're in survival mode, when we're not consciously aware that we're not going to die, there's a fear of death. But when we fear death, we fear living also. So they want to vanquish that fear of living through understanding that we'll never die. And anytime you have any kind of spiritual upgrade or initiation, you basically die and get reborn. So if you have an underlying fear of death, it's going to hamper your ascension. So they really want to help us ascend from the base level and to give us what we need to transcend into higher levels. So that's part of it. The second part is it's very healing. They want to let us know that even though we can't hold them and physically be with them, which we're going to miss, no matter how good your mediumship is that you work through or how strong your communication is, obviously you're going to miss that. There is a grief element. Grief is very, very powerful. I'm not a grief counselor. I recommend you go to a grief counselor, but mediumship can really open the door to understanding that and to getting the most out of that healing with that. So they provide that. They provide closure. They provide comfort. And we know that we're not alone. So again, specific things will come up, conditions in the body, things that they remember, things that they see. Say I get a name. I'm going to sound a lot like John Edward if you ever watched his show in the early 2000s. If I get a name or initial, it's who they are, who they're with, or who's here in the living. In fact, if I get any information, be mindful of the living also. I may get appearances, I may get conditions in the body, I may get hobbies, personality types, things they see, major events, stuff like that, and all that. This is more about greetings than full readings. I'm going to work for about an hour or so. Hope to get to a lot of people in that time frame. We'll see how that goes, but we'll see if we can get quick messages. And when I'm in between readings, I'm not going to know who I'm with. So I'm going to tie in with the spirit. They're going to give me information. Then I'm going to wait because there's a bit of a delay and just see who can take that and get more information. See if we can narrow that down. There's a phenomena called Me Too's or piggybacking, where I could get information where two or three spirits will have the same information. Like I could get the name John with a heart attack. That was your grandfather that loved gardening, and because it's all energy, there may be three other Johns that have the same type of energy. They love gardening, they were grandfathers, that may ride that energy through. So that's why it's called piggybacking. It's sort of a cosmic thread from the spirit world into my consciousness. So sometimes I'll be bouncing around for two or three people, and and that's about it. So the idea is, before I even ask who I'm with, I'm going to get information, try to get enough that I'm not going to get 10 or 15 people saying I can understand this, and kind of take it from there, basically. And so if you understand most or all of it, I say most of it because know all of the significators. Like, I don't know my grandparents' birth dates, for example. So if a medium brought through that information, I wouldn't know that. It wouldn't make them wrong. It just means that I don't know that. So if you can take most of it, definitely acknowledge it. And I'm very honest if I'm with somebody that I've done a reading before and a familiar spirit's coming through, I'll let you guys know. The readings aren't just for the person receiving the reading, but they're for everyone. Some of you may live vicariously because you don't get direct contact, but a message for one can be a message for all. So if I'm talking to somebody else and certain parts of it resonates with you, definitely it's your message also. And they will, again, link in with other people's messages to give you messages. So be open. And again, it's the experience. And there's a lot of traffic. Right now we're at 37. We may have a smaller group today, which will work out great for you guys. And but that's still, a lot of people. And so point being is that that 2 or 3 people may have very similar information, and sometimes people connect that way. So anyhow, hi Madison, hi Louisa. Just seeing if I miss anybody new that jumped on. I think we're ready to go. I think that we've done. If there's anything else that I need to explain, I will. Again, if you think that you know what I'm saying, definitely let me know. I should probably leave these classes. I'm going to need to see the chat. Hi, Joanne. G. All right. So I like to start out with a little prayer, just sort of open our energy fields. And dear Mother, Father, God, thank you for all of our blessings. Welcome to Beltane, to May Day, to spring, as we celebrate the changes of the seasons by opening up our hearts and minds to cross the veils to the other side, to invite our loved ones in the spirit world to step through, to give us love, support, as well as specific validations that we're not alone, that the spirit world is with us. And we know that you protect us, we are safe, and in a very positive, uplifting vibration where no harm can possibly come to anyone, as mediumship is a gift of the heart of reconnection. We thank you. Amen. Shalom. Namaste. Aloha. Salak alaikum. Am I forgetting anyone? Ciao. All right. All right. So let me just, I'm going to take my glass off for a second, just to tune in. Hi, Sarah Dougherty. All right. All right. So I've got 2 people that are coming through. I believe their brothers are very close friends. I'm not sure the relationship to you. I know the name Jerry's coming up in this, or a very similar name. That could be one of their names or somebody in the living. I know they're both skilled with their hand. I think one actually like builds houses or repairs houses, I want to say. There may be a name like Tom that comes in, because that name just popped up in my mind also. And also a W name. I don't know if that's Warren or William, but I think all these names are going to be connected with this. And as I step into that, I'm also aware of a female energy that that would be there also, that didn't die that old. I'm not sure who she is. Now, wherever I'm with, it's funny because I'm seeing the initials LSD, like the drug, and I'm just wondering if where I'm going, if this is somebody that's experimented with these things in the past or has some affinity with plant medicines or stuff like that, or it's part of an experience. But I think this is all going to go in the same area. I've got a live kicking family here. There's at least one Ann or an AN name connected to that. Now, hi, I'm on channel. Hi, Robin. Listening in. Hi, Emma. Robin saying my mom. 6s. Okay, so we had a few new people. So I know that that there's a bit of a delay, but I want to see. I'm going to clean my glass, see if anybody's getting these contacts right now. It started. I mean, it could go to 2 people, but I think it's all the same person. I mean, these guys have a sense of humor. I mean, I know one of them is pretty what's the right word? Slater to average build, loves cheese, always eats cheese. I want to say, I'm seeing cheese in front of me. This could be like a father and an uncle, or 2 uncles, or grandfather and an uncle. So I'm just saying my son's name is Jerry. Now, if you're able to take more of that, then I might be with you. Listening in. Hello. Lakeshore Drive. All right. I don't think anybody's locking into this yet. Uh, but these are nice kind of upbeat people, I want to say. I think one of them passed very quickly also. Thank you, Emma. Carpenter husband with his cousin. That could be. That could be, especially something. Now, I could be a little off on names. I didn't explain that before because clairaudient is sort of my lesser sense. So Jerry could be like Jimmy or I could be getting it similar. I won't be off on the initial or what it sounds like. I know that this is for somebody. And Mr. Floyd, Jerry Garcia. I mean, I know Jerry Garcia chopped a finger off, doing something when he was a child. That much I know. I don't think he was much of a carpenter, but anyway. Uh, yeah, if Jerry Garcia is coming through, he came through in a reading one time years ago. Uh, Somebody, Joe, it could be. So nobody's locking into this one yet. All right, I'm gonna keep going, give the message, and move on. Basically, because somebody's gonna get this. I mean, one or two of these are gonna be for people that aren't on live yet. So Robin say, I can claim Jerry, my mom, LSD LSD Lakeshore Drive. I get it. Thank you. I think I am with you. Yeah. Uh, there's an acetone named Jerry. I'm almost sorry I brought up the LSD and Jerry. Obviously, people are going to go with that. But Robin, this feels good for you. Now I picked up on some of your people in past sessions, but I don't think I picked up on your mom Jerry so much, or the fact that you're on Lakeshore Drive and the Williams in your book. Um, and so I'm looking to see who the two men are. Again, if they're not brothers, they're really close friends. I mean, and very good with their hands. I mean, there's a man in uniform here also. That might be the postal worker that comes through sometimes also. But I think that they may be connected to those people as well. So in any event, let me just give you the message. So I feel like they're helping you with some kind of a move right now. I don't know. I mean, my guess is you're probably not moving houses, but you may be helping somebody to move or making some internal changes also, I want to say. And they're acknowledging maybe there's some new medication or some new therapies that may be helping your lower abdominal area for whatever reason. Now, I'm not a doctor. I will not diagnose or prescribe. It's illegal for for amongst other things. But this is what Spirit's sharing with me as sort of a general message for you. But I feel like they're saying, you're dealing with a lot, but you're going to be on the top of the world soon. So not to fret things. People may be a little bit envious of where you're going, and you may feel like people around you may be trying to pull you down. But the idea is to ascend anyway, and that they'll be inspired later. So not to worry about that. You're getting a lot going on in your brain, so much so that you may already be considering a second book, I want to say, unless you have two books, and that would be a third book. And they just popped in the image of a baby. So congratulations to whatever friend or family member that may have had a baby or that's due soon, I want to say as well. And let me see what your feedback is. Your son just moved, so here we go. So that's so your son that was in the hospital, not you. They were talking about. Okay, very good. So you understand that, and then you met with Litter about for my book. Very good. And there's a couple of yeses and yes to the second grandchild. So, all right. So lots of love to you. Let me grab some water. It's funny. I think the LSD reference to the Jerry Garcia really pulled somebody in. 'Cause I need to go somewhere where either somebody in spirit played this. I want to say a steel guitar or plays that now because they're showing me that instrument. It looks to me like this could be somewhat of a biker dude. I want to say that died of a heart attack, and I feel like I want to put the age 40. No more than 50. I don't think. I could be a little bit off on the ages. I want to say also. And no, this isn't Jerry Garcia. This is somebody, a family member, I want to say. Plus, he wasn't a biker anyways. Um, and um, and yeah, Bond. Okay, perfect. Rick. All right. Sounds like Leon saying, sounds like my uncle. He's funny also, I want to say. So if I'm getting him, he's funny. Somebody likes to fish because they show me a fishing net all of a sudden. And I don't know if you have a loose tooth or something like that, or there's a little bit of tension in the upper right portion of the mouth. I want to say if that goes to somebody else, I feel like there's a strong mother energy. Mother energy could be grandmother and if she helped raise you, but there's a strong mother energy that could be known to be a little bit caustic at times, I want to say, because she's needling. That's kind of her energy, I want to say. This doesn't make her a bad person, by the way. A concerned person, I want to say also. But I feel like this is somebody that would be very worried about the state of the world at different times of their life. They're also showing me conch shells, so there may be some connection around Florida or the Caribbean with this person. She's very strong. She's very loving. There's I don't know if it's Millie. It may be the more common name like Mary, but there's definitely an M name connected to that. So I've got my eyes closed. So I want to see, Anna. Anna, that I'm sure that George not just a random example. Yeah. So Bonnie's husband at 43. So I may be with you, Rick. Okay. How I don't know if I mentioned the name Rick though, right? I forgot what names I mentioned, but this is resonating with me. Yeah. And Joanne's uncle ride a bike, and he had a heart attack at 40. I'm really lucky either the heart attack or the very sudden passing of that. But I think Rick is here also, to be quite honest. And you had and his Aunt Millie. Thank you. So I think I've got Joanne and Bon and Billy. Okay. I forgot what name I mentioned. I don't think I mentioned those. It doesn't matter. If they're here, they're here. But I don't think I mentioned those names yet. Well, firstly, I'm going to start with Bonnie, Rick Road. Okay. And Rick's your husband, right? This does not have to be him. This may go somewhere else, but they bring the word affair up, I have to say also. So this may be something he's seeing in the living with somebody else, I want to say. Not with you, not necessarily with him, I want to say. I feel like he loves you very much, but I feel like he's a little bit erratic, but he makes me feel like he is very close to you. Maybe if there have been any ups and downs or whatever, that he became closer to you as time went on. For some reason, he also shows me the number 60. I don't know if that's somebody's age or if that's an address or right around 60, but I feel like he shows me that. To me, it feels like I'm feeling my head a lot. So I don't know if Rick had some head traumas near the end, or if I've got a couple different energies coming through. So Bonnie's saying yes. So Bonnie's saying yes. So you're understanding what I'm saying. That's all that matters. You don't have to elaborate, especially if it's something that I just mentioned. Um, and uh, and the word peace comes out. So I feel like he's saying that he's at peace, but he's a little bit in. I wanted to say war, but conflict might be a better word when he was here. I want to say as well. But again, this isn't a negative. It's just we're all going through a lot of stuff. And I just kind of feel like his life. He felt like his life was sort of spinning on a dime in a way, meaning that he would definitely not always take the easy road in life, I want to say. But I feel like this is somebody that was really good with words, really eloquent. I wouldn't be surprised if he wrote poetry, because I'm seeing really nice words in my mind, I want to say. And he's showing me this beautiful flower as his way of expressing his love. And I don't know if you had found like a flower petal or a rose petal or something like that in the inside of a book, like almost as a bookmark. But if that makes sense, because he's showing me that. If that makes sense, that would be a huge validation that he's aware of you and with you. Doesn't necessarily have to be from him. The other meaning, if that's a symbolic meaning, that you may be doing some writing and it's really pouring out a lot of love, I want to say. And again, I feel like a lot of eloquence with words. I don't know if there's two children or at least two children, or two boys, but he just popped that in my mind. And there may be a younger person that's connected with the service or civil servant or police work or something like that. So we'll see if any of that is making sense. Um, so that might be his mom with the head thing. When he passed, we have two. So those are the children, I think you're saying. Yeah. All right. Very good. So if this is making sense, very, very good. And he's sending you a lot of love, and he's with you, and a lot of support in your new or current relationship. So he's kind of putting that ahead for me, but if that's already happening, he's aware of that. I don't know if he also had a heart issue, but in any event, 2 children, right. That's what he brought through. So where's my other person with this contact? Who was that? Joanne, right? I think, yeah, with your uncle, Joanne, people either loved him or hate him. But I feel as he comes in, I feel like, nah, I was a nice guy. It wasn't that polarizing when I was here. I want to say, I feel like you'd say I wanted to give a fair shake to everyone, but I did suffer from a fair degree of depression and issues like that would have led to some medications or some self-medicating or stuff like that. But I feel like this is somebody that everybody loved. A party waiting to happen, I want to say. There may be a name like Jack or Jake or a J name that connects with that as well. I feel like he's saying, it's interesting. Like I wouldn't have known that he was an uncle. I might have thought he was almost like a brother, I want to say, the way he steps through, or a cousin. He's smoking. I don't know what he's smoking, but he's smoking something, or either that or he's acknowledging smoking. And he showed me like this little infinity sign in my mind also, and making me feel like it's like like something about the open road. Well, he's a biker, right? Uh, silver. Cigarettes. I'm just looking back at Bonnie's comments. It looks like you didn't catch whatever that. It might have been a feather also, but whatever that petal or feather like in the book is, or the writing or stuff like that. So anyway, keep an eye out for that if that doesn't make sense yet. So anyway, Joanne's saying he LOL, he was cigarettes. Okay, so you understand that. And I definitely feel like he's with you and he's supporting you right now. I feel like he's saying he understands the world's hard. I don't know if he was 6 feet tall. Maybe that's the 6'0", but he's showing me that those numbers also. I want to say, I don't know if you like Kent, or if the name Ken or Kent means something, but that popped up in my mind. I don't know if he was like a cook at a restaurant, or somebody in the living it, or a chef or something like that. But all of a sudden, I feel like I'm in a restaurant cooking or doing things in the kitchen. So if that's not him, I might be switching. All right. All right. And John's saying his sister, my mom, is very unwell. So maybe that's well, I feel like he's holding her in a lot of light. And I don't know if your mom is having a little bit of like swelling or edema, or more systemic reactions to things, I want to say. Um, but in any event, and your daughter just started. Okay. Oh no. This would be for Joanne in the kitchen. Oh, all right. If he's always in the kitchen, I could confuse that for restaurant work. Absolutely. And I think Bella, I think you're starting to piggyback into this. I'm not convinced that Colleen is, even though your daughter just started chef school. This is connected to a male figure. Um, so I think it's the 2 uncles and the cook. I think that he wanted to come in to let you know that he's okay. I don't know if you have cats, but he pops the image of cats in my mind. He pops the number 5 in my mind. That could be an important reference in the month of May, the 5th day of a month. Um, and something about checking out. I don't know if he or somebody connected to you. This would be Bella, actually took their own life, or if it means something else. But the expression checking out comes up. It doesn't have to be him, but definitely would be somebody that would be familiar to you or around him, I want to say. But he's funny saying, but not you. In fact, hang in there, because there's some really good new beginnings that are coming up. And there may be a connection to somebody who's an artist or a painter or just collects art, because I'm just seeing these. And they're kind of showing me something that looks like it's blue and white, almost like a sky motif, almost like a stucco or an oil print or something like that. And when I'm looking at that, it's smaller, it's got landscape, and it's got water, basically. So anyway, maybe somebody that something's painting, I want to say also. Um, and I feel like he helps you when you're agitated, because the word agitated comes up. I feel like he's saying it takes one to know one, and that your connection to the spirit world is very good. So don't doubt yourself, basically. And Joanne, your daughter paints. That's his way of saying hi to your daughter. Yes. And so Joanne and Bella, both of you listen. Yeah. and MDR, maybe you're getting a little bit of this also, uh, but I think that would go blue and white is you too, Bella. I think the person that checked out is with Bella, to be honest. Unfortunately, with the group of 45, that there's probably at least 5 suicides, around right now. Unfortunately, but that's just the way it is. And so in any event, but your uncle's bringing you a lot of love and supporting his sister. She kind of hangs in there though, right? Your mom, like she's tough. She's a trooper, right? Um, yeah, lots of love to her. I feel like she's starting to sense the other side more and more, and that doesn't mean I would never predict death anyway. Just to put that out there, no, that's not a prediction of her dying. I just think she's becoming more open and and moving through some process in her life right now. She's 93. Good for her. That might explain why. Or um, all right, all right. So in any event, I might be bouncing all around with 3 different people. I'm going to just have a little bit of water. Hi, Mel. And close and sees her family over there. Okay, so that's Joanne. Yeah. So again, Joanne, Bella, and all it's kind of your contacts are hitting me together. So I just need a little bit of a breather. So firstly, couple of cool announcements. Number one, that if you want to get a private reading with me, that could be virtual or by phone, or if you're in Kingston, New York, it'll be 10% off. Just mention this event, Beltane or Mayday Mediumship on YouTube, and our email is info@atombetweentheworlds.com. It'll be on the pinned comments and everything. We announced the contest winners before. We hit 10,000 subs on the 11th of April. Colleen, heck, you're one winner, and I believe it's Star Love is the other. I don't think she's in right now. We have new meditations that'll be available probably next week. These are transmissions from the master teachers for DNA activation, for to activate a royalty code DNA for those of us like myself that are working to attract more abundance, chakra activations, and those will be available firstly, through email order, and then when we get the website up through the websites. I'm really excited about those. I've been working with them and they're great. Anybody want to learn the tarot? May 14th and May 15th, we're doing a 4-hour masterclass on Zoom. Again, we'll have the info for you on the pinned comments. These events are all very well priced because we want to make this affordable to you guys. So that way, I get the energy exchange for my time and energy, but then it's affordable for you guys. So the May Psychic Forecast is going to be a live event tomorrow right here on the Medium channel. So we're going to have the May Psychic Forecast. Today's upload went out about UFO contacts, and a lot of us are starting to tap into our extraterrestrial guides and our ascended masters. So these are some things that are going on and some techniques for you to enhance that, so you can work with them for your own upraise. I know I forgot a thing or two, but I think that's enough for now. Grab a little more water, and I want to just shift. I've got a little one here with me. Oh, is that you, the new me? All right, I'll contact us and and with the with your full old name, because I know there were numbers connected there also. All right, all right. What's her name? Carrie Ann, are you in? I've got a little boy with me, and I know there's somebody that comes on sometimes that has a son that passed. It may not. It may be somebody else's. Either that, or she'll catch this as a replay if that's the case. Because I think it's the same. I think it's the same child that's with me right now. He's kind of playing with like these little toy trucks. I want to say also. But in any event, if you pop in, I'll go back into that. Oh. So I have to go with a name, something like Rosetta, Rosina, Rosa, something like that connects with me. And as I connect with that name, I've got a very strong, maybe a grandmotherly type figure. I want to say, feel like that. I get the sense that there was some dementia or something going on, or Alzheimer's. I feel like my speech is kind of slurred near the end, and it's a little bit hard to gather my thoughts. I feel like I go back, with my husband as I go into the other side, and we work a lot out through our lifetimes. I think the husband passed much younger, or that they had separated. Um, this is a very matriarchal person. Now, keep in mind, the name may be her name, but it may be someone she's with or someone in the living. But it would go into that energy. I mean, this could be mom. I think this is a grandmother figure. I've seen pastries and it turned into a wedding cake. So where I'm going, there may be a wedding or engagement that's happening around now. So to say my nana's name is Rita, Rosita. I have a grandmother, Rose, that passed. Okay, so the people that had the Roses, Rositas, names like that, pay attention, especially if some of this other stuff is making sense. They just pop a name like Charles in my mind, or Carl or Carly, a name like that in my mind. So maybe who they're with. I definitely feel like I'm very true to my name because I like flowers and I like flower arrangements, I want to say also. I feel like I had children, and one of the, I believe one of the boys was more dependent on me than the others. I want to say maybe had a few challenges here and there. I want to say also. I feel like I like my alone time. I look at my photos a lot, and that I like to have older furniture. I think this is somebody that was alive in the 40s, 50s. I think I'm going back a ways with the spirit. I want to say also. But I always like parties. I always have a good time. And there's I don't know if it's Roosevelt, but one of the candidates that I really loved, I want to say, and really followed very much, I want to say also. And so let me see. Sarah saying my grandma's mom. Yeah, it could be a great grandparent. This is very old world energy. Sarah now saying my great grandma named Rose. She had dementia. So this could be with you also. And KK, yes, her brother is Charles. Um, uh, all right, so KK, you're probably the primary recipient, especially if the others get that. But Angela, because your grandmother had the stroke, that may be with you also. And you'd answer your Patriot Chicks. I don't know about Lilydale. I have to do readings off grounds to do readings at Lilydale because of the rules there. But anyway, if I'm up there, I'll try and I'll announce it. When I go up there this summer. So let me see if we can find out more exactly my thoughts, Sarah. Definitely some military energy around this, I want to say. So it may be just, she was very aware of the World War, or husband or family went over there, I want to say. I don't know if it's John, Josh, but there's a J-O name, I think, that's connected to this energy also. I feel like to say I'm very, very much with you, and very proud of you also. And somebody I think collected, either had stamps, or they look like UN stamps, or like a folder like that has like UN kind of insignias with stamps inside of it, I want to say. So there's that kind of energy with that. And I feel like there's somebody that really like to share with the younger people, and really like to preserve like the history and stuff like that also. And so Sarah saying she collected stamps, and KK saying her other son was in the war. And my brother's name is John. All right, so you guys are getting, I should show you guys, just so I'm not just saying that. KK was saying also that her one son needed her help more. He ended up his own life in his 20s. I didn't say that verbally. honestly, if I did say something, I would have asked if he had like a drug issue and passed that way. So it's similar energy, but she's aware of that. Yeah. This is all right. So again, I think KK is the main person, but Sarah, you listen also, and anybody else that can take this because they're here for you as well. Um, I feel like for KK though, I feel like the message is try not to overthink things too much. I want to say maybe that you're very precise. I don't know if you've been cleaning closets or somebody has all of a sudden she's opening a closet and all like the stuff is pouring out. I don't think it's that bad, but I feel like it may be spring cleaning time. And I don't know if you have like an old stereo. It almost looks like a compact, but it's got the speakers and the old phonograph or something like that. But she's making a point to show me that, I want to say, and kind of saying you're with the times because the times are more appreciation of the retro. Know your history, know where you've been. And I feel like she could make a mean loaf of bread. So either that or somebody's baking up a storm around me that's in that energy as well. And she shows you flying. This could be etherical, but don't be surprised if you get a chance to go to somewhere like Italy or Greece or somewhere in that area. Because I feel like I'm flying east and a little south right now. I mean, it could be the Caribbean too, but I definitely get that sense. So I'm going to open my eyes and just see. And Sarah, she collected stamps. So that's something that KK, I don't think, had. So that should kind of shows that both of these spirits are getting my attention right now. Not overthink. Cleaning house. So she's there. I listen to my music more. Yes. And that could be, yeah, that could be sort of symbolic in music, especially if you like some of the older stuff from that era, like I do. Um, and I want to travel. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, and you, Sarah, you can definitely take that as well. Maybe that's okay. Very good. All right. You see anything else in this line of contacts before I move on? I feel like there's something. This may go in a different area, unless this is the 20-something-year-old that passed from suicide. Well, whoever this is, would have passed from something that would have obstructed me in the neck or the throat area, I have to say. Because I'm feeling that tension very hard. Somebody that makes the lights blink. This almost has like a sun kind of a feeling to me, but it could be like the spirit that's coming through sun and not necessarily yours, but it has that kind of feeling. I want to put the age closer to 24 or either that or the 24th day of a month would make sense. This is kind of a somewhat taller. I'm seeing different images. There may be a couple of young men here. First, I want to see if anybody's got that. I'm not getting Daniel MDR, but if more information links with him, he may be trying to cut in. Yes. Let me see if we can get more. Just have to clear my mind. They're talking about like Yetis and Bigfoot and stuff like that. I'm wondering because you see a lot of those like in California in that area. Might be a bit of a stretch. I think there's somebody that also like music. Just I feel like whoever I'm with, kind of bring the energy the side then down. This may be a friend's son or nephew. I think I don't know if it's Adam or Alan, but I think there's an A name connected to this also. So Colleen has a living 24-year-old younger brother-in-law. He did hang himself. Yeah, it's possible that he's trying to just say I'm okay and that I'm here. I mean, we'll pick this up privately if that's the case, but you know what? I'll say this. I feel like, well, I know you do music. We've done how many readings together? He's encouraging you to do music, but he's showing instrumentation for whatever reason. I know that you're a vocalist, so you can take that for whatever, but I feel like he's showing It looks more like keyboard, but familiarizing more with instrumentation, I want to say. I feel like he's saying music is your heartbeat, it's your life. It's like we know a lot of very difficult things have happened to you, but try to keep the music alive. Yeah, since we've been talking about Jerry Garcia today, one of my favorite simple quotes from him is that no matter how you're feeling, music will always make you feel better. And ain't that the God's honest truth, right? Uh, and Rose, prayers for you, Rose C. Very good. So anyway, I'm staying open and just seeing who comes through now. Yeah, very good. All right. You know what? Little tea now. All right. They just I don't know if it's Bobby or Bubby. I think Bubby is like an Eastern European grandma nickname for grandma. Bobby or Bubby. Now this is a female. Somebody's Bubby's here. Okay. Let me see if I get this. Well, I know they pop a name like Sharon in my mind, or Shannon, or like an SH name anyway. That could be in the living. It's not necessarily the person. There's a could name. I want to say name like Corey or Corinne. I may be getting that name a little bit off, but I think those two sounds would at least come into this energy. I do know they also reference a father figure, so I think there's a grandmother and a father in spirit, and father again could be a father-in-law, stepfather, somebody who raised you. But more often than not, it's a biological father. And whoever I'm with, you're going through a lot and you're having to figure things out quickly. There may have been a situation where you suddenly had to move and don't have a lot of time to plan or something like that, but you'll get it done. So don't worry. And I feel like this is more coming from a father energy right now. I think and then the name John comes in. John and the initial C, like I could be with the John C, comes in very strong around that. And I feel like you'll have enough time; it'll all get done. So relax. Whoever I'm with, I don't know who I'm with because I can't see you right now. Um, uh, so Bella, that all right? That could be back in that last contact. That could be the person I was trying to mention around you that took their life. So let me just see where we're going. All right. Rob, there's probably a Robert or a common R name connected to that also. I feel like the person when he left, this would be the male, felt guilty about not following through on something or leaving or something like that. But he didn't, but he's here and he's shown me lamps. He showed me I don't know if it's almost looks like a little white cat or a white dog, like a white pet, maybe a rabbit even. Something white and fluffy just popped up in my mind. As this energy comes in, all right, I feel I'm stronger now. We need to do something with the stairs. We need to fix the stairs, I feel like he's saying. These would be a step on the on a wooden staircase that goes from the first or second floor to a house that's a little bit older. It looks like walnut or that color, I want to say. And something about packing your bags, so there may be a trip coming around also. I'm opening my eyes, see if anybody's getting this. So this may be back with you, Bella, or maybe we didn't finish up with you, especially if you recognize the spirit people. So they're just helping and giving you a Rory, not Robert. So all right. I had a feeling it was a sounds like name. And you have the white cat. Okay. All right. So they're trying to help you out. There's plenty of time to get it done, and maybe you needed to put it down for other reasons. I want to say, but again, they show a move. It may not be you or travel. They go downstate. I don't know if you're anywhere on the East Coast like most of us, but I feel like I'm going down towards the Carolinas, down in that area. But wherever it's coming up, I feel like saying you're going to have a good time. I want to say. And I don't know if somebody actually sang in a choir that passed on, maybe a church choir. But I feel like I'm singing the choir still on the other side, and still you're praising the Lord, basically, because now we are one with the Lord. We're one with Spirit, one with God. Oh, you just moved to Florida, Bella? Okay, that's why they showed me that. Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Corey sounds a lot like Rory. Yeah, yeah. The rhymes with name sounds. Thanks for cluing me in with that. Yeah, so all three of them are there. I don't know if you recognize the older ones that were coming through. Your father, if your father's living, I mean, I could be with a grandfather or great grandfather. I don't always get the exact relationship. I know this person's father, but I also feel like he wasn't super close, or he passed a good while ago. So anyway, they're just acknowledging your move, and giving you a lot of good blessings, and maybe some housewarming or house plants. And I think they mentioned the cat, because sometimes cats and dogs too can be really good spirit barometers, that they act up when the spirits are around also. Trust your instincts, trust your intuition. I feel like they're saying when they're around you, it's almost like you can feel on your skin. It's like you feel your aura when the spirits move in. And I feel like the older woman that they kind of opened this contact is very, very strong, and is very good at breaking through into this dimension, so that the other spirits can come through and let you know that they love you and that they're with you also. So anyways, so Sherry, okay. So that could be back to Patriot Chick. I don't know if Bella also had that Sharon Sherry. Um, she's a great spirit barometer. Yes, yes. Or Sheila even. I know there's an SH name, and I think that went to where all the other information goes. But I shouldn't, Patriot Chick, I shouldn't demit count you out. And in fact, not everybody gets 100% of what I'm saying. Sometimes they don't know everything that's going on. Sometimes it goes somewhere else. And also, I'm human. They're 100% accurate. My interpretation isn't always. So that's just the way it works. And everything. So let's see if we can get a quick message for Patriot Chick. So there's a woman that comes in. I think this is for you. The hair's lighter. I wouldn't say blonde. It almost looks like lightish brown to maybe darker blonde or reddish, I want to say. She brings her age up. She might have been 60, maybe closer to 70 when she passed. This is a tough girl I'm with. Almost feels like an older sister energy, but I think that's more of a metaphor. Could be a mom if mom's passed. If I'm describing her, I'm cleaning a lot also, so maybe stress cleaning, or maybe you do that. Ja, there's a J name. I don't know if it's Jasmine or Chaplin or something with Jan. Something with the JA name comes up also. Uh, opening. Happy birthday, or whatever celebration it is, because I'm opening up gifts. And one of the gifts says it has green wrapping, and it's a kind of like in a rectangular box. So I don't know what's in it. Maybe they're not showing me. I think there's a name like Dan, Don, or a D name connected with this energy also. Now, firstly, so I think Mel, you had that second connection. My boyfriend's deceased wife's name was Sharon. She passed May 8th. 21. That's the 5. Stepdad was Carol. Thank you. Mel, it sounds like my mother-in-law passed a footprints years ago. Jan, thank you. Yeah, yeah. So we'll flash that, because that's who I'm with. So so it's your in-laws. When I do mediumship, I rarely hear in-law and step, just to give you a heads up about that. And her nickname was Sherry. Okay, very good. And then Carol, so going to Mel, passed after another Sharon in 2022. And this was that. So let's see if we can get messages for both of you. Firstly, for Bella, I think we got a few messages. You might have to slow down a little bit also, because now I'm getting music. I forgot what song this is, but the line is, you're slow down, you're moving much too fast. If you want this love to last or something like that. I think for you or somebody very close to you, try not to push too hard on a relationship issue right now. Then maybe you just have to let things sink in with the other person. I feel they're saying it's not a done deal if this is you or the other person. I almost feel like the female energy saying, you know, they have to sulk for a little bit, but they'll come around. And it's not really your fault. You're just speaking your truth and speaking your mind. And if people can't handle your emotions and feelings, they're either going to need to learn or to get off the bus. I'm supposed to say. So whoever I'm with is very straightforward, and that you're been very involved with like either paperwork and maybe it's like post passing stuff that's completing now or other kinds of paperwork. Got a lot on your plate, a lot on your mind. So you know, people need to respect you a little bit more, but you're very strong mentally, and you'll get the job done. You know, I think this is for Bella, but this could be for Mel or the third person that has part of this contact also. Bella saying, "Oh, that could be me. I'm pushing too hard. That's on the news. I might be." All right, that's what I say. It could be Bella or yeah, Bella. That's who we've been with. Yeah, right. So I that's who I thought that's still you. Okay, so you understand that. Great. Uh, and that's the birthday reference. They were 4 hours apart. Yeah. Uh, and that's part of the five. Yeah, energy also. Okay, very good. So you understand that. Uh, oh, that was a Simon and Garfunkel song I was singing. No. Feeling groovy. I love that one. I love all of Simon and Garfunkel stuff virtually. All right, so let me just take a breath. I still have it in it to me to do a couple more. Okay, somebody's named Frank, and before a million of you chime in and say I have a Frank, let me get a little bit more information here. I know, again, names could be who they're with or who's in the living. I can confuse Franks, Francis's, and Freds. I know I'm with somebody that likes to grill because I'm seeing it clear as day, lighting the charcoals, all that stuff. We're coming to that season right now. I'm seeing a wedding ring. This may be a say hello to my wife that's in the living, or I'm with my wife. I feel like in this context, there's a proud um what's the right word? Veteran, I want to say also. I feel like there's a proud veteran. I think there's at least one robber because they bring the nickname Bob or Bob's up in my mind. So I think where I'm going, there's a Frank and a Bob, I want to say also. And either somebody did some plumbing or there's some things with the pipe that's affecting a smaller pipe that leads down from the kitchen into a bigger pipe. But I think this may be a reference to plumbing also. All right, see what else. Feel like this is somebody that had at least one, if not two or three different heart surgeries, you know, before he passed. I think one might have been a pacemaker. I think there's a diabetic or systemic situation involving the blood or blood sugar with this person, I want to say also. I feel like that this is somebody that's very nice, except when they used to drink, then they would get a little bit mean and belligerent, but they gave that up. Let me see if anybody's with me yet. So Mel, you were one of the contacts. So this could be somebody connected to your boyfriend, assuming that your boyfriend is living. Uh, yes, grill master. Yeah, this is feeling more resonating with me right now. But anybody else that can take this, you definitely go in. Roy deleted Cheryl. What? Of course. And then no, not him. He was too young. Okay, all right. Let me get more information then. Oh wait, this is Roy and Rob. That could be. Uh, it sounds like I'm with Stacy right now, and Jen's taking the surgery nod on that, and all right. So there's a few possibilities here. I think Dad has served in the Coast Guard. Okay, and then this one there. He's alive. Wasn't the war is friendly. That could, yeah, for you. That could be say hello from your loved ones to your dad. I want to say. Um, I still think this one feels right to me. I don't know if you're aware of your grandpa Bob ever getting work done with the heart or that kind of stuff done. But I know they showed me that, so I think that'd be important. If not him, somebody that's here. But this feels like this person feels like he may have had a little depression when he was here also. I mean, I feel like he can be friendly, but I feel like he may have had a few of those issues also. And Kathleen saying, so this could be Kathleen also. So the both of you are on, especially if you get the other references. I want to say, all right. So let me see if I can get messages out for you guys, and then move on. So what do we have for Stacia? Is that Anastasia or Stacia? I feel like they're saying to stay put right now. I mean, I don't know if there's some choices of making a move or job change or decision, but I feel like saying for right now to stay put. But be mindful of the butterflies. It's a little early in the season, but they've shown me monarch butterflies, and you may be getting a lot of messages through the butterflies. That can mean there's a lot of metamorphosis and a lot of change. I don't know if you like yoga at all, but I do know they're showing you a mountain pose, which is a balance pose in yoga. So I think it's a reference to doing that or spiritual exercise, I want to say, but also a reference that you're needing to gain your equilibrium and get grounded right now. There's just been too much stress or too many people pulling on your strings lately that you need to just kind of ground and center, maybe shut the world down a little bit for a moment. And they also popped the number 8 and also I think 24th. So I think around August 24th, maybe the 25th. I think that there's a birthday passing or anniversary that would be relevant as well. Um, and Stacey's trying to move. Okay, so just so it's just the way you say it's not quite the time yet, but it's gonna happen. So if you know, saying stay put for right now. Maybe there's things that may go on with the economy that we don't know about that'll make it favorable later on. That I can't say. I'm getting that psychically. It's just a conjecture. Hey, Anita, welcome. Um, and Kathleen saying that. All right. So I think Kathleen, because you're the one that had the one with the heart surgeries, 2 of them. That's what we said. Diabetes and blood pressure for KK. So yeah. And oh my God, somebody saw you coming on if your birthday is August. Oh no, I thought that was Anita. No, Anita, you're Capricorn, right? That wouldn't be your birthday. So Kathleen, yes. So that was their way of just validating that at least part of this message is for you. I mean, I was only 1 day off from your birthday. When I get a specific day, I can be 1 day off on it, just to let you know. 100% Virgo. Yeah. You're gonna move to Anastasia Island? That sounds lovely. Yeah. You're welcome, Stacia. Yeah, you're definitely welcome. All right. So did we get out to everybody that we need to get out? Yeah, that this last line of messaging. Yeah. Ballast. So I think what I was trying to give to Stacia, I think that resonated with Bella also. Oh, you're welcome, Esclarde Lumiere. I'm going to do at least 1 or 2 more. Just as a reminder, if you want to get a private session, mention this event. It's 10% off. And anybody that wants to learn tarot, that's going to be my next Zoom course. They're recorded and 4-hour masterclass, beginners, intermediates, on how to work with, use the tarot, do readings for yourself and others, and use that as an ascension tool. So that's going to be a great class. Hey, Laura, welcome. And today's your dad's heavenly birthday. And I don't know if this is your dad, but I tied right into that, and I just get a gentleman that's kind of jolly. I want to say. I often say maybe this is a grandfather. I don't know. Um, they've had a little bit of a similar build or body type, because I feel like this gentleman's not too tall. I want to say, but robust and happy. I want to say also. Um, I think, we've done, Anita and I have done work before. So some of this I may know, some of this I may not. But that said, why are they showing going out on a bicycle or somebody trying to ride their bike? I know the weather's warmer and everything. I mean, that could be, I don't know, if you or Pete, if your husband Peter wants to do that or likes to do that or whatever. I feel like they're talking about settling in nicely. There may be a name that comes up in some strange way that sounds something like Camille or Camilla or something similar to that, because that just sort of popped up in my mind. I want to say, um, and um, and I feel like I don't know if it's still Anita's dad. And the name Michael just popped in my head also. But I feel like I'm supposed to say I'm breathing fine now, suggesting there were breathing issues near the end. I feel like they're saying, don't underestimate yourself. That you're getting a little bit psychic these days also. They also bring in the name Sean, but it's the Irish spelling, Sean. So I have a feeling I strayed a little bit. So somebody else may take some of this, but I feel like your dad is here, and whoever the other gentleman, I think he's supporting him as well. But I feel like he's just around you with a lot of love, a lot of healing, and by the grace of God, that expression comes up in my mind. So his message to you is you do come into this world by the grace of God, and not to underestimate the positive impact that you have on people in your community. I mean, I've seen it firsthand, so I know it's an accurate message for you. And they show me angel wings as well. So Lakeside Lore is the one that I strayed into. Is that it? Depends on and yes. Okay, so the names didn't hit you, but your dad had that energy. Okay, yeah, he feels like he's here, and feel like his energy is happy. I want to say so. Um, so I think like I said, I think I started to stray a little bit, which definitely happens on these YouTube live streams. Um, yeah. Let's see, Allison, and also Laura. Keep an eye. So he's my at the Camillos. Thank you. That's that. Yeah, say yeah. That's what they were trying to tell me. So, your dad cut through all the traffic and got through today to let you know that he's here. I want to say. All right. So let me see. So I don't know if you just got your hair cut or you cut hair, but I'm hearing David Crosby belting out, "Almost cut my hair." Or it could be something about the protests of the Vietnam, because that was part of the energy of that music in that time also. But I think either way that goes for you, Allison, or maybe to Laura. Both of you, listen up, um, and keep praying. And I think with Allison, they show prayer. I mean, maybe your father or parents were religious or had that in them, but prayer is a universal language. And when we pray to our loved ones, they respond, and it's like music to them. I want to say, I don't know, Allison, if your dad was good with his hands, but I feel like I'm cutting things or making things. I want to say, oh, well, that's why he popped that song in my mind, just because, yeah, yeah, that they piggyback, especially on these live streams, because I have about an hour before I start to soften and it gets harder. We want to even if they're just very quick hellos, we want to get information to as many people as possible. So I've no doubt that the 2 or 3 or even 4 dads are getting my attention now, and so let me see, what messages were. They just show a lot of upliftment, like an ascension. I don't know if you're doing like a lot of meditation now or just feel like you're opening up more, but they're supporting that, I want to say as well. Um, Somebody passed from the head right in here. I don't know if that's still your dad. I don't know if that's an aneurysm, a tumor, a stroke, localized impact. Probably not. If not him, it's with him. Whoever this is also had a lot of nausea, which might suggest this was more of a cancer type passing. But I feel, is that still Mike? Allison, does that make sense to you? And your dad had dementia. That could be also. Allison went to Catholic school for years. He was very religious, very musical, good with his hand. Yes, okay. And if you can't take the head thing, that could be Lakeside Laura's way of coming in. But I have to say, because of the way that he showed that, and we got the name Tom earlier, by the way, Michael. So I think your dad is sitting in also. Your grandfather did, not his dad, but my mom's father. He's the one that had the local thing in the head then. So he's with your father, I want to say. And if that connects with your father, you may not know this, but part of the dementia may have been caused by a stroke that happened in that area, and that be part of the after effects, because they made a point to specifically show localized. When I feel dementia is usually very generalized, just how I work or how it works with me. Anyway, so your dad is with you. He's hugging you and supporting you. That's the way of expressing his love. He's asking me to ask you, can you feel it? Because I think he's saying that you're very empathic and can feel things. I don't know if you have two little ones, or could be more, and I'm missing them. But I feel like he's acknowledging younger children, or maybe they were younger when he was alive. I'm not sure, but I feel like he's acknowledging a connection to younger kids right now for you. That's very positive and everything. And I almost feel like I'm finishing something of a project, or some kind of a building project also. And in the way, in my mind, it also turns to something with boats. So maybe somebody has a boat that's in the family or with you, maybe in the living, and doing a little bit of touch up to get it in the water for the springtime or something like that. But I feel like this is a soul that really watches out for you. He kind of makes me feel like I don't know if I feel like he's always close to you, but you may not have either been in close physical contact, or had kind of lost touch a little bit, or he passed a long time ago. But whatever the case, he brings his energy very close. By the way, who has the name Scott? Yeah, especially amongst the three possibilities for this message, because that just popped into my mind. And my dad did have cancer and dementia. So I think your dad is saying hi. And yes, our two kids, we live on a lake. That's why you're Lakeside Laura. So that's your dad's way of acknowledging your two kids. I don't think they're little now, but that's his way of acknowledging your two kids. And I had a friend also got in the car. Okay. I'm very empathic. I don't have children, but I'm very good with them. All right. I knew that you had an affinity with children also. And I think Michael is agreeing with that. Um, and to this next person, if you understand as part of this, they may be cutting in to say hi to you also. And Mel, your boyfriend's name is Scott. Okay, so somebody's here for Scott. I think we talked about somebody for you also. I don't know if it's your father-in-law, but it feels like there's a male figure that's here saying hi to you also. There may be somebody you name William that goes or went by Billy or Willie. So there's that. I feel like I want to just flash this because I feel like he's here when I'm reading this, and I didn't even announce in the beginning that I don't go to specific comments like this usually unless I really feel it. So your dad, yeah. I mean, it's almost a given to say that he suffered from depression, given how he passed on and everything. But I feel like he's really been trying to let you know that I'm still with you, and you tend to uncover these little clues about him. It's sort of the feeling that I get. I want to say, and and maybe just discover things. I think it's more about discovering your own gifts, I want to say as well. And a lot of us are in an ascension right now, and things like that. Oh, so anyway, so hi to Scott from, I think, a father energy that's around him. Um, I think the last one, and maybe it goes for one of you, is also going to understand the name Eugene, I want to say. Maybe Gene, but I think it's Eugene, or if I'm mistaken, a Gene for a male, I want to say. I think there's also an Anna, I want to say. Certainly an AN name connected to that as well. So anyway, so back to Mel. Was I with the mom first, and this is just the dad coming through, just saying hi also? All right, and hi to you as well. And you're welcome. Happy May Day, everybody. I have a feeling I'm winding down, especially if nobody's getting this last one. All right, very good. Okay, gotcha. Anything else from this last? I think I'm starting to shut down. Time is it? Oh, no wonder it's 1:15. Yeah. Um. Oh, are your mom's in spirit also? We didn't. Can we go back to Laura? We didn't finish up with her. You're pretty emotional, huh? Good. It's good to be emotional. Don't hold it in. You know, this is mom's way of coming through. Because I get the idea of throwing in the towel, I want to say. Like, in other words, surrendering to the process of crossing over. Like, I was ready, I want to say also. And I feel like you're saying that you're very healing too, and that you have a lot of gifts that you're really discovering more and more right now as well. Um, I don't know if one of your sons has gone AWOL. That's kind of a joke, but if you find maybe they have a girlfriend or boyfriend, if it's that, but whatever the case, uh, you may find that one of them just isn't around as much, and that's fine. And again, doing a lot of cleaning. So Anna, I forgot what the first name I got. I know I got your name, but I forgot the name that led into Alita. I'm not sure. So Laura's saying yes. I think you understand that. Okay, but your mom is fine, and I feel like in a way you mother each other. Like you and mom, so it's probably got that kind of a relationship, and a lot of cleaning, a lot of getting ready for something. Maybe there's going to be visitors or guests soon. I want to say also, and she showed me Christmas, so there may be an overlapping event to Christmas, like somebody's birthday. I want to maybe put this a day or two before, the holiday, but I think right around that, I want to say as well, like a lot of cleaning and doing something, clearing walls, or maybe prepping, a wall, like somewhere indoor to paint over it or something like that. I feel like saying there's kind of a changing of the guards going on. So old people leaving, new people coming in, and you're really kind of coming into your own right now, and they're kind of putting a almost like a smock or apron on you, and telling you to sort of explore your own artistic and creativeness, or to get back into things like that. So I would say that you're quite good, and if you can't take this would have to be somebody super close to you that could. All right. So anyway, so Eugene, so you got the Eugene, so that's for you. That's good. And I think that's your people. All right, so I'm going to close off on that because I'm definitely done. So right around the summer solstice, we're going to do the next live. There you go. So that's the message for you. Yeah, that's why she showed me that. So enjoy, and you know what? Call your mom and channel. When I do the retreat, if anybody wants to do a really cool summer retreat with us, we're going to do some spirit art and automatic writing and all those cool things. It's in the Catskills. There'll be information on that on the pin comment also. and on the description. August 2nd to the 4th. Can be a good spiritual time for all. So yeah, the idea is call mom. Don't, unless you have an image in your mind, just get up there and paint. I feel like saying you'll be surprised. And she's saying you're gonna want. We'll see when you do. But she's saying you're gonna wind up drawing a lot of feathers, a lot of Native American stuff. Like it's all around you. This is what your mom's saying. So I feel like you're investigating that path more. Maybe that's always been part of your path, anyways. Um, And I feel like saying you're so loving to dear to people that don't necessarily deserve that, but good that you're holding your ground also, I want to say. There may be a name that sounds something like Chisholm or Grissom or something like that. Can you pop that up in my mind? Pop that up in my mind also. And very good. And back to school. So you're going to be undergoing a new process of education. All righty then. You're welcome. And send my love to Lily if you talk to her before I do. She's so busy. I don't hear from her anymore hardly. And thank you everybody for being part of this. And love you all. And what else? Tomorrow, 8 p.m. because I'm working till 7. So tomorrow at 8, we'll have the May psychic forecast. May is an important month, and it's going to be a warm up to June. April was a really intense month, wasn't it? And I've got a list of things that I predicted or that spirit gave to me. I shouldn't say I predicted, but information that came through that panned out. So we got a lot in. That was a very accurate forecast for April. And you know what? We survived it. And things are tearing down, but it's a corrupt, negative system that favors the elite few at the detriment of a great many. Things need to fall apart in order to rebuild on more solid foundation and firmer ground. So I feel like May, just as a little teaser, is going to be a big preparation month for another big spike of changes, awakening, and growth, and shifts in the society from June all the way through September and maybe beyond. All right. Love you too. Thank you. Thank you. I'll flash that because, thank you. Real deal. Thank you. Yes. Uh, uh, Thank you so much. All right. So right around June 20th, that's the solstice. We'll do this again here, God willing. And if the crick don't rise, I love that expression. I think it was a southerner in a past lifetime. Love you guys.